Okay, thank you and good morning. So, as I'm from Thailand, I would like to greet you by, I think Mr. Professor David would know how to greet in Thailand, right? So, สวัสดีค่ะ yeah. So for Thai, for men, they will say สวัสดีครับ and then for female, we say สวัสดีค่ะ with the palm together, and then that we call Y. So that's why I would like to greet you guys with my Thai culture. I enjoy listening to your speech today. I learned a lot too. So could you please allow me to share?
Host, please. Host aside Miss Bandita as co-host to share screen.
Today I'm going to talk about how to engage students in digital era. Since we have to teach online most of the time, I think all the time right now. And this is how I teach. Sometimes I use Zoom or Google Classroom, and also I live on my Facebook page. And then, okay, I would like to show you this picture first. Okay. For you, if you compare two of this picture, which one are you interested in? Text only or text with picture? And then which one do you think will engage students better?
With picture.
Yeah. And then which one do you think will help students remember new vocabulary easier?
Of course, with the picture.
Thank you. So, according to John Medina, a developmental molecular biologist, he explained that based on research into the picture superiority effect, when we read text alone, we are likely to remember only 10% of the information 3 days later here. So if that information is presented to us as text combined with a relevant image, we're likely to remember 65% of the information 3 days later. That's why if you include pictures that relevant with the text or information you are teaching them, it would be easier for them to remember. For example, if I'm going to teach them one vocabulary, it might be new or maybe a bit difficult for them before I teach the lesson. I would put the picture. Do you know this one, this person? He used to be famous last year, I think. Have anyone watched his movie? Joker, right? He, I think if you watch it, you will know he has mental problem. So I relate this picture with this vocabulary, mental disorders. When the student think about, when the student learn this one, I show them this picture, I might ask them like, okay, what do you think about this picture, this guy? He's a joker, but he looks stressed. And if you watch the movie, for sure, you know exactly what his personality. He has depression problem, he stressed, and later on he has like mental problem. So if you relate picture with the vocabulary or the text that we're going to teach them, it will be more interesting. And also you can engage them, gain their attention. Then you can ask them to guess the meaning from the picture as a game. So compare these two pictures. Which one would you gain your student attention if you teach them and you put only text like this? Which one would make you feel sleepy and may lead you to take a nap while studying? Especially is this time when they learn from computer through their Zoom or live. If they see this, sometimes they might just take a nap on the table. So that's why I create this one. It would be bigger for them. And another thing that I concerned about teaching online is that, you know, the student, they have different devices for their study. I used to see the picture with the student who study from their phone, and which is quite small for them. And if you use only text like this, it would be very difficult for them to read or see. That's why student may have used a student who use computer or laptop would be easier for them to see. Some of them use tablet, some of them share tablet. And some or many of them might use phone, which you can see, this is quite small. And that's why we need to put ourselves in their shoes some time to think what would be the best for them. So another thing that I would like to share is about relationship between teacher and students. In Thailand, I think most of our students are shy and afraid to ask a question to the teacher. They might want to ask something, but they keep it in themselves because they're afraid to make a mistake, or sometimes they feel shy that they might look funny to ask a question. So I create the friendly and relaxed atmosphere. I always tell them to ask a question and don't, if they need more explanation. And if I ask them a question, I tell them that not to be afraid to make a mistake or give me a wrong answer. It might be right, may be wrong. You can learn from that. That's another thing that I would like to today. The growth mindset is something that I would like them to have for their future, because they can learn that failure is an opportunity to grow. Many of the students thought that they might not have ability to speak English. They thought that they're not good at something and they cannot overcome it. So that's why I try to encourage them to have growth mindset. Don't be afraid to ask a question or answer. And then when you learn in the class, so when you make a mistake in the class, you learn from it. After that, when you do the exam, you will do it better. And then they also not afraid to ask me a question because they feel like I'm friendly. So today for my speech, I think in a nutshell, picture with text would gain their attention. Interesting materials, you can use picture or even some part of a movie to gain the attention first. And then friendly and relaxing atmosphere and growth mindset. So that would help them to grow. Even they will learn by themselves later. They would learn to make a mistake, because successful people, no one ever success without fail. So thank you for listening. If you have any question, please feel free to ask.
Finish. Okay, thank you so much, Miss Bantita Intamano. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, any questions so far to our keynote speaker, Miss Bantita Intamano, related to digital era?